I would like to ask the program leadership to please come up here with me. Claudette's here, our program manager. We have Dr. Lang, our program director, and we're going to have Dr. Chiritake come up too. Dr. Yusuf is not here with us today. We're going to start with the awards first. We're going to start with the awards. So, Outstanding Clinical Fellow Award goes to presented to the Cardiology Fellow who has demonstrated extraordinary knowledge, dedication, and leadership, and exemplifies excellence as a clinician and teacher. She's one of my. None of them are my favorites, so I can't say that, right? You all are my favorites. But she's in my clinic, Dr. Leslie Inalves.
Future interventionalist?
Yeah.
Woo!
I want to mention that Leslie also received 2 awards from the internal medicine residency program so that she's doing absolutely everything. Education and outcome fellow. The smart. What I have to Next is the Outstanding Research Fellow Award.
So this Outstanding Research Fellow Award is presented to the Cardiology Fellow who has made outstanding contributions to the field of cardiovascular disease. He has amazing impressive body of scientific research in either the basic or clinical domain. And it's awarded to Dr. Adam Niku.
The in-training exam is especially difficult, so this award goes to the highest in-training exam. Absolutely beautiful. So it's a nice, beautiful plaque, and it goes to Dr. Hamam Musafashi.
Way to go, Mom.
Reading EKG seems like it's easy, but it can be very tough because you have to be super meticulous about it. And we're going to have Dr. Ijioma come up here to present this award.
Everyone, so I'm very proud to present this award. We give an EKG exam twice a year to the fellows, and they say that it's really scary, but over time, I've seen how confident they are in taking these exams, and they're doing very well every year. And this year, the person who got the highest score, cumulative over the year, is somebody who I could have predicted from the beginning. They've been very conscientious. They they come to EKG conference ready to contribute. And so I'm very proud to present this award to Adam.
Dr. Fuentes, please come up to present your award. It's the DuPont Fuentes Award.
Thank you very much. This is an endowment which was offered mainly by Dr. DuPont, and this usually I want to recognize a second year fellow, which is an excellent fellow. And the unique thing about this endowment is the third year fellows, they are the ones who choose who is going to be the awardee. And this year they choose the award, Johan. He cannot be here, but we'll give it to Andy.
Runner-up.
The good thing about this is not only is a little award, but also has an envelope.
That's what you want, Andy.
The next is the Cardiovascular Medicine Faculty Awards, Excellence in Teaching and Faculty of the Year. So the presenters are going to be the chiefs for this. So please, Dr. Andrew Badalamenti, Dr. Fisayo Shabayo, please come up.
Okay, so the next award is the Excellence in Teaching Award, and this is given to a cardiology faculty member who demonstrated dedication to their role as a teacher and mentor to the cardiology fellows. And this award will be given to Dr. Shrikant Dhanaraj.
There isn't too much to say. I want to thank everybody, including Susan and David and everybody that made this possible. But all the fellows that come through know this. You know, Astrid knows this better than everybody else. We lost our kids to travels and schools and everything 6 years ago. And for my wife and I, this is more than just it's a passion. It's something that keeps us engaged. It keeps us youthful. And it also teaches us a lot. I mean, every one of these fellows has taught me and Dr. Badruddin things that we don't keep up with just because we're so busy running on our little treadmills. And we're really sorry Dr. Badruddin couldn't be here. She's our daughter just literally landed in Corpus from Philadelphia, so it's hard. And I just want to say thank you very, very much. The feeling is very mutual, just as much as you think it's an interesting rotation. We look forward to it. I look forward to every single fellow that comes through. I review their resume. You know that I memorize almost everything about you guys and your kids' names and everything. And it's interesting. It's a whole different way of looking. And I want you to see what it's like when you actually get out and practice. And you don't have Dr. Smalling and Dr. Lang and others protecting you from what happens in the vicissitudes of life. And I think that's an important thing. And 90% of you will be in my shoes in the next 3 years.
And it's nice to be able to project that to you and to get your instruction. Thank you so much.
Dr. Zamarczyk, will you please come take a picture with the chiefs?
This is the Faculty of the Year Award. This presents the faculty member who exemplifies professionalism, leadership, and continued commitment to patient care and academia. And this goes to Dr. Shriram Nathan.
Well, good evening. I don't have any script. It's neutral, as I said. This is year after year. This is my passion. And you know my cell phone, and I know your cell phone. Cell phones are there forever. So you're all taking the journey. So best of luck for all the graduating fellows. And you're going to be calling not only at a professional level, but at a personal level. And wish you the very best. Thank you.
Dr. Fuentes, will you please come up one more time to present your award, because we have our fellow here.
But you know what? I'm sorry. People that are late, they'll get it. I'm sorry.
So if I can have either Dr. Iliescu or Dr. Travis, both of them just come up here for the MD Anderson Trainee Awards, but we don't come.
I'm speaking. I'm going to speak. Good evening, everybody. It feels great being back. On behalf of our chair of cardiology at MD Anderson, Dr. Anita Deswell, the MD Anderson Fellowship Program Director, Dr. Wamika Youssef, and the rest of the cardiology faculty, Dr. Iliescu and I have the pleasure to present the 2022 MD Anderson Fellowship Awards of Excellence. Before we announce the names, we wanted to congratulate all the graduating fellows for what they've achieved over the last 3 years. I have personally developed a special relationship with them since they were my co-fellows not too long ago. And then I was their attending over the last year. It feels strange, but I'm proud to say that every one of them is a fine cardiologist and a great colleague who I would trust with the cardiac care of my family members and myself. Without further ado, we have 2 awards from MD Anderson to present tonight. The first award is the Clinical Fellow of the Year Award, and it goes to the fellow who has demonstrated advanced clinical knowledge and skills, professionalism, and great work ethics. The 2022 MD Anderson Clinical Fellow Award goes to Melissa McCall.
listen.
MD Anderson Imaging Fellow of the Year Award goes to the fellow who has taken the extra step and stayed long hours in the hospital to read imaging studies, vascular, echo, cardiac CT. He has already been board certified in cardiac CT, echocardiography, and nuclear cardiology. The award goes to nobody else but Adam Niku.
Talking because otherwise he would get all the awards like last year. So if he has to talk, he's going to have to give it away, you know. So he won't give all the awards from last year. So really well deserved. We want to thank all our fellows. They did an outstanding job. And we had a discussion about next year maybe we'll give awards to all our fellows. So make it right.
Next, I'd like to ask Dr. Shrikant Thamaraju to come up for the Corpus Christi Award, please.
It's always a lot easier to give one. This is for the fellow that, as you know, every one of them comes through. And it's very hard. I tell Monica and Susan every year, they call me and they say, who's it going to be this year? And I said, well, can you pick 11? You got to pick one. So we've had wonderful fellows, and again, compliments to the program and the directors. You guys did an amazing job picking young people that are very well adjusted. I keep reminding you this every time. I've been through programs where the knives are out every single day, and that's not the way it is with fellows, and I think with your fellows, and it's a pleasure having you. This fellow that came through was just stellar. Excellent at the bedside, the most charming manner with patients, excellent clinical skills. He even put in a chest tube before my patient died and saved him. Did lots of really terrific things in the with the cath lab staff, and I think it gives me great pleasure to announce the fellow who consistently performed over and above the expectations of their role during this past year, and he continues to set a high bar for other fellows. The Corpus Christi Fellow of the Year is Rafael Francisco.
Speech.
And I heard he beat the Bruce protocol.
How long?
21.
21. Wow, go. You were just going.
So now I'd like to ask the interventional fellows to come up for the Interventional Faculty Award.
Well, it is our honor and absolute privilege to present the Faculty of the Year for Interventional Cardiology. And all three of us, we spent many sleepless nights, first just on STEMIs, but also determining who should receive this award. There are so many outstanding mentors in the lab, outside the lab, clinically, and quite honestly, we couldn't have picked a better person. He has shaped, we were privileged to be here for the past 4 years, and so not only in the CCU, in the IMU, in the nuclear lab, not to mention the PET lab, always teaching us no matter the time. And then when we became interventional fellows, we realized how much we learned from him from every single case. Despite it being 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., he would sit down, 5 minutes, give us a recap at the end of the case. Not to mention he always has perfect hair, despite the time. So this award goes to none other than Dr. Nils Johnson.
he also said something to me last week that was very, very interesting. I just wanted to share. He asked me a question about a name of a collateral. Obviously, I didn't know the answer. He says, it's disco ball knowledge. It's flashy, it's cool to know, but it's completely useless. So, I just wanted to say that.
But he knows it.
I'd like to please better line come up. We're gonna present the cardiology medicine fellowship graduation awards. So I want to let all of you know we're so happy to be in the Texas Medical Center, which is the largest medical center in the world. We have one of the largest cardiology fellowship programs, and we're just getting bigger. So this incoming year, we're gonna have 12 fellows, and eventually we're gonna have 12. A lot. 36 cardiology fellows, and our faculty is totally responsible for training all of these fellows. And I have to say it's a very tough cardiology program. I trained in this program with many of the attendees that are still here. It's tough, but we tell everybody it's tough, but when they come out, they are really well trained, and they will never be scared, and they always have us to call if they ever need phone a friend. So super happy about that. We have a lot of women in cardiology. The national average of women is 14%. And in our faculty, it's about 25%. And in our fellows, it's about above 16-17%. It just varies year to year. We try to recruit as many women as we can. So we're super proud of having a lot of women in cardiology. I want to say thank you first to all of the fellows for being with us. It's so quick. The time just flies. I feel like you just started and then now you're leaving and we're starting the new cycle again. And thank you to all your families for putting up with your schedules. And I'm going to let Dr. Lane say a few words and Dr. Cherry Chapman say a few words, and then we're going to start presenting the cardiology awards.
Thank you, Monica. Congratulations, everybody. Today is your day, and I just wanted to thank you. You learn from us, and we learn from you. So congratulations to you and your families, because this is a work that is both by you and then your family. So congratulations to both. Thank you.
I don't have much to add. I just wanted to say that none of these would have been possible without the three people who are sitting here. Claudette, Juan, and Elizabeth, they really have done a fantastic job getting this organized and stuff. So, congratulations to all the fellows and to all your families. Nice to see everybody.
Okay, so I'm going to start. We're going to have all the fellows say whatever they want to. We're live streaming right there, so everyone that can't come, because we are limited because of COVID, so we're live streaming. There's a lot of people watching, so we're happy about that. And then you can watch it over and over again for the rest of your life. So first, Dr. Ayush Arora, please come up. The families may come up also. So he went to medical school at Maulana Azad Medical College in New Delhi. His residency was in Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School. He is doing an interventional cardiology fellowship at Mount Sinai. He loves cricket. He loves Orange Theory workouts, spending time with family, and he has a 6-month-old daughter.
Good evening, everyone. So it's a big day. Big achievement for all of us. I'm very happy to be here and talking to you all. So I would like to thank God, thank my parents, and thank all my mentors who are here. Most importantly, thank my wife, because she is the backbone, she's the strength of our family, and we're able to do what we do. And now on to bigger things. Very excited to do a interventional fellowship at Mount Sinai. And I'll do my best to keep the programs and duties name up. So thank you so much.
Just tilt this way so you
He went to medical school at UTMB, residency at University of Michigan. He's staying here for interventional fellowship. And his hobbies are spending time with family, boating, fishing, and cooking barbecue.
Okay, I should make this quick, but I just want to say thank you first to the program leadership, Dr. McGovern, Dr. Lang, Dr. Patel, Dr. Pockets, Dr. Chandika, and Claudette, of course, for all of your support. Thank you. I'd like to thank my co-fellows, especially, for really everything, being there for each other, understanding when you had to get pulled for a certain service when you weren't expecting it. So thank you. It's a pleasure to work with all of you. But I'd like to thank all of my mentors, especially my clinical mentor, Dr. Smalling, for all of your patience for once, and all of the education. Thank you. My research mentor, Dr. Elias, equally for the patience, and thank you for helping me to get my research project completed. Most importantly, though, I'd like to thank my beautiful, supportive wife, Stephanie, who really makes any of this possible. Serves as the backbone of our family and allows me to work as much as I need to. My parents also in attendance today. Thank you for the development, this continued support. Thank you. And I will be staying on as an interventional fellow here at UT. I'm very excited about that, so I thank all of my interventional attendings in advance for your patience and generosity. Thank you.
Next is Dr. David Boone. Went to medical school at University of Florida, residency here with us at UT. Fellowship, he's going into electrophysiology, and he loves to spend time with his wife and children running and sports.
Hey everybody. Okay, usually I don't really need this, but I'll try to be as brief as possible. I did prepare something, so hopefully this can go over. It's very surreal for me to be up here, kind of talking to everybody here. I never thought as a kid that I would be a doctor. I didn't really come from a background where we bred doctors or were educated in that manner. You see, it was kind of a mythical accomplishment for us, or for me, to become a doctor. Both of my parents were high school dropouts. They were not doctors, they were not business people. My mom was a drug addict, and my dad is an alcoholic. I lost my mom when I was 16, and since then I have been on a mission to achieve this kind of mythical status. I missed school months at a time. Education was just not really valued where I came from. So for me, this is really an important moment, especially this moment. However, even though I had parents like that, I did have one man sitting right here. His name is Arthur Link. He provided me direction, guidance, advice, encouragement. I kind of want to tell you guys a story about him. Amongst many of the things he is, he worked really hard to provide for his family. I remember my grandmother was in college and he worked 2 jobs to support his 4 kids. As a art teacher as well, and then I think it was as a newspaper attendant overnight for the kind of the computer geeky guys. But he did that for years to support his family. So I always looked up to him. And when I was a kid, we would regularly get evicted from our houses because my mom was usually spending our money on drugs. We lived in motels, shelters, sometimes on the kindness of strangers. Oftentimes, we did end up in his house. The most memorable time for me was when I was 7. I kind of written about this many times, but we were sitting at the kitchen table. My grandfather was reading the newspaper, and I was sitting there kind of pissed off, not understanding why this keeps happening, why I kept getting evicted, why we were always on the streets. I kind of thought at that time the exception was because we were poor. I said to my grandfather, I don't want to be poor anymore. He looked at me, lowered his newspaper, and he has this way of kind of telling all of us in my family what to do. And he said, you don't want to be poor anymore, you get good grades. And I kind of thought it was, or at the time I was like, that's it, that's all I have to do, and I won't be poor. So from then on, I did it. I got good grades. I achieved what I set out for. So anytime I mess something up in the cat lab or misread a study or kind of feel bad because I didn't give it my all that day, I think back to him, how hard he works, what he told me, and realize I've accomplished a lot today. To my co-fellows, oh, sorry, let me back up. So that's the story I wanted to tell you guys. And now I'm just going to go on to thank those who were involved in my life. To my co-fellows, you guys have been there for a tremendous amount. Obviously, we've spent more time together than we have with our families. So I thank you guys for being there for me, for supporting me. I couldn't ask for a better group. I think I have some sort of inside joke with all of you. I'd also like to thank everybody who's helped me professionally and as a person. Dr. Rain, Dr. Doherty, Dr. Iliescu, Dr. Patarroyo, Dr. Carr, Dr. Jumian, Dr. Kumar, Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Smalling, Dr. Bergeron, Dr. Amaraju, and everybody else who had participated in my education and training. I also want to thank my uncles. They're watching right now. Jimmy, Chuck, and Art. Without them, I wouldn't be here either. They were always pivotal in getting me to that next level. My late grandmother, Tina, and my current grandmother, Chris. My children, obviously, Patrick and Adele. The cardiology department as a whole, especially Claudette, who is like pretty much the best program coordinator I've ever had throughout all my training and in school. And I kind of get to compare her to my wife's program coordinator, who is like, you know. She's not Claudette. So just to kind of finish off, I want to thank my grandfather, Artling, the guy who taught me how to be a professional person, a storyteller, a side comedian. I wouldn't be standing here without you. You're one of a kind, and I'm forever grateful. And I would probably get a divorce if I don't thank this last person. So I just want to say, Francis, you are the person who makes everything run smooth. You're my best friend. You do everything for our children. You're patient with all of my faults, and I'm forever grateful for your love and your sacrifices. You're my best friend. I love you, Buketa.
Next is Dr. Nizal Gano. He's a UT Houston all the way for med school and also for residency. He graduated earlier, so he works at Vein and Heart, and he enjoys time with his big family.
Tough to follow that one, huh? And so I just want to thank you guys for everything. I can tell you have a few months head start. Work is great. Work is awesome. You know, and I do have a great boss as well. So this program really prepares you for the real world. Everything from nukes with Dr. Johnson, Kappa, and everyone. Really, you're going to be very prepared for whatever job you have ahead. So thank you guys for
Most of his family's trained with us, so.
The Rock of the family.
Oh, we're switching sides.
Dr. Michael Hust. He went to medical school at Ross University, residency here with us at UT, staying here for interventional cardiology, hobbies, family time outdoors, hunting, fishing, barbecue.
Thank you. Thank you to the, I guess I'll call you front table for everyone who's been supportive of me throughout these years, from whether it be getting into residency and fellowship, as well as continuing on with the incredible interventional group here at UT. My mentors, Dr. Smalling, Dr. Rain, Dr. Iliescu, Rosales, and Ishikawa, I thank you for your mentorship, your guidance, as well as the personal conversations we have on late days with rounds. To my parents, I thank you so very much for all the support you've given me. Not only dad as a professional, mom as an incredible mother, but as a holy, beautiful marriage, especially in a world that can be so ugly sometimes. And then finally to my beautiful wife. You're an incredible mother, but you're an even better partner. Love is patient and love is kind, it's not envy. You don't envy my time. You know what I have to do because I'm doing it for us. And I love you and I appreciate you. And Andy, we got a lot of barbecue to do next year.
Dr. Robin Jacob. He went to Mercer School of Medicine. He stayed at UT for his medicine residency. He's going to Scripps Clinic in La Jolla. La Jolla. La Jolla. I've never been there. La Jolla, California for interventional cardiology. So nice. I've traveled the whole entire world. I'm sorry, I'm going to La Jolla. Working out, trying new foods, and spending time with his wife and baby.
So I'll be perfectly honest, I had no idea we were actually doing speeches. That was like a rumor that I was propagating, so I am completely unprepared. But I do want to thank the attendants. You guys have had such an experience or such an impact on all of us, and we truly do appreciate everything that you guys have done for us. I want to thank my parents, my moms who are both here today, and I have to, of course, thank my beautiful wife, Courtney, who has put up with my work schedule for the past 6 years. Thank you guys.
Dr. Samat Kabani. He went to Medical College in Georgia, then the University of Michigan. He's going to Emory. He's going back home in academic medicine and non-invasive. He likes basketball, loves cruising, and spending time with family.
my family, my parents. They've always been unconditional with their support, their love, their understanding. I'd like to thank my wife, who has come on this journey with me since med school, residency, fellowship, always leaving her job to go wherever I end up going, making a lot of sacrifices. So thank you for that. And of course, the mentors, the faculty here at LBJ, at MD Anderson. We would not be where we are without you guys. You guys have given us the knowledge, the passion, the drive to not just continue learning while we're in fellowship, but continue to grow ourselves when we get out of here. And really want to thank all of you for coming.
Dr. Hamam Musa Pasha. University of Science and Technology, residency at Washington Hospital, Georgetown University, doing interventional at Detroit Medical Center, Wayne State University, hiking and road bike.
Thank you everybody. I'm like Robin, I'm prepared. So I want to thank every single attending I work with. I assure you I learned something, and I'm gonna remember every single one of you. And thanks, big thanks to our leadership, who really put a lot of effort in this program to help make us move forward. I want to thank my wife. She's been with me for 5 years. Both of us have seen our families for 5 years, so since we got married. So our plan is once we finish this training, hopefully we'll go see them. And finally, I thank my parents, my father, my mother, who really supported me financially. Without them, I won't be standing here. So thanks, big thanks to them. Thank you.
This one swept all the awards tonight. Okay, Dr. Adam Niku. Ohio State University College of Medicine, then he went to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center for a residency. He's going to private practice, San Luis Obispo, California. Okay. Cooking, making ice cream, and playing and collecting music.
Okay, first of all, it is to make ice cream. It's my side hustle. It's part of my secret plan to make sure I always have patience for the rest of my career. But if you ever find some chain selling weird ice cream flavors, it might be me. Try it. On a serious note, I can't believe we're here finally. It's been a whirlwind of 3 years. Honestly, it's been some of the most challenging, exhausting, sometimes demoralizing, often rewarding 3 years of my life. If I tried to thank everybody in this room that I learned something from, we'd be here for 30 minutes. Nobody has time for that. So suffice it to say, to all of the faculty that are in the room, thank you. I have learned a great deal from all of you. I hope that in practice, I make you all proud, whether you know what I'm doing or not. I hope that I live up to the standard that has been set here. I'd like to thank all my co-fellows. I don't know how we would have done it without each other, and we did it. We're here. Thank you all for sticking it out together. And finally, unlike some of my co-fellows, my wife is crazy enough to stay with me, whether I thank her or not. But regardless, Lauren, thank you for putting up with me, my pager, and my schedule for the last 3 years. I hope it's been worth it, and I could not have done this without you, really. You are my support. Without you, I'd be lost. So, thank you.
Scott Schubert. He went to medical school at Baylor and residency at Ohio State. He's staying here with us for electrophysiology fellowship. He likes cooking, gardening, traveling with his wife, Colleen, walking the puppy, and staying caffeinated.
Thank you all. It's hard to believe that I was in this room exactly 3 years ago as a new UT fellow. Those 3 years went by very quickly. I remember trying to figure out who Dr. McPherson was that day. It did not go over so well. It's amazing all I've learned in the last 3 years from each of you all. I think if Dave knew that after the end of 27 hard years of work, he'd be joining me as a co-fellow, he may not have worked as hard. I'm excited about the next step of AP. For all of you all, the faculty, I owe a great deal to each of you for everything I've learned. Not just the knowledge, but as I embark on my career, the standard you guys have shown in terms of professionalism, how you conduct yourself as a physician and in patient care will be with me and guide me through my career, and I thank you all for that. I'm proud to be a UT fellow. Thank you.
Dr. Fisayomi Shibayo. Chancellor College of Medicine and Dentistry, Exeter Plymouth Northeast Thames Foundation Program, London for internship, and then UT Houston for residency. She's pursuing advanced echo training before joining Kelsey Siebold, and she likes to bake and garden.
Thank you. I'd like to say thank you first to God. My faith has helped me go through 2 multiple continents, and it's helped me to receive it throughout my life. I'd like to say thank you to my parents. I think it's too late in Nigeria right now, but they might be watching. I thank you for their sacrifice, the legacy of hard work.
It's okay, Bisaya.
Their example, they raised me to have limitless potential and believed I could do anything, so I thought I could do anything too. I'd like to thank my husband, Femi, who's over there. I'd like to thank you for your tireless support, your encouragement, your friendship. This moment is for me, but also for you too. I don't want to cry, sorry. I'd like to thank my siblings, they're also watching, for your friendship, my in-laws as well. I have a big support group. Dr. Sewell and Dr. Lander are not here, but they're in internal medicine, and because of them, I'm here, and so I'd like to thank them as well too. Dr. McPherson, Dr. Patel, Jerry Tackett, Dr. Ray, thank you for your support, especially as chief. My research and clinical mentors, Dr. Chalika, who I met at my first month of cardiology consult as an intern, thank you. I wouldn't be here without your help. Dr. Tong, for your mentorship and friendship. I'm going to miss our clinic visits and our philosophical discussions. Every attendee in this room has been very instrumental to my growth. Thank you for telling me what to do, but especially what not to do. And I appreciate you taking the time to correct me and help me grow as a physician. Every co-fellow in this room, thank you for your understanding, thank you for your patience, thank you for your friendship. I'll miss you, T. Thank you very much.
So now, please, Dr. Fuentes, come up here for the New Innovations Fellowship graduation.
It is a pleasure to introduce the new program, the Innovation in Cardiovascular Medicine, and we have been fortunate to have an outstanding fellow this year. Her name is Randa Hassan, and she's from the University of Khartoum, and through Lubbock, over there with Texas Tech, then finally came to us to do this 1-year fellowship. She has done an outstanding job, her research is commendable, she's a leader in cardiovascular medicine, and she's going to go to St. Louis to be a faculty over there. And she will be doing, among other things, some degree of cardiovascular medicine. And she's doing outstanding research. She's studying microRNA in patients with sickle cell disease, and she's going to find some new markers that may be of interest to those patients that have heart failure with preserved ejection fraction. Please come in. And please, Deepak, please come in. We are very thankful and grateful to all the faculty who has collaborated with this program. Thank you very much.
So I would like to just say a little bit ago the time, although I haven't yet a lot of time, and my time was very short. Maybe some of you haven't seen me before, but I would like to take a moment to thank everyone here. Although my period was very short, but I really felt the warmth and the support of everyone. And special thanks to Claudette. She's the best, actually, coordinator that I haven't seen, actually. And another special thanks to Terpuya, actually. She's not here today, but probably she's going to watch this. She's been very supportive with me. And of course, Dr. Fontes, he's my boss, and I meet him every Tuesday, and he makes like everything fun and actually very touching. So thank you so much, everyone. And I would like to thank actually and congratulate the fellows. And this is a big achievement, I would say, and this is your day. Thank you, everyone.
Next, we'll have Dr. Salman Harain present the interventional cardiology.
Claudette was making sure I remember the names. Okay, so I'm going to take about 5 minutes. Time beyond this. So first of all, I'm disappointed there isn't a box of tissues here. Like I had requested because I might get emotional, and Cherise promised he would have.
You can have my napkin.
Yeah, not that. Second, I want to tell you today, we had a busy day, and I don't know how it ends up happening. Every graduation day, I'm on call or I'm working. And so we're in this case, and we get, I get up there, and Jawad is there. And I'm like, Jawad, what are you doing here? He says, I'm covering the lab. I said, covering the lab? It's 1:30, why are you covering the lab? He said, because graduating fellows have to prepare for graduation. I said, what do they have to prepare for? And he said, I kid you not, he said, they have to get their hair done. And I thought, and I said, it makes sense, Ashton has to get her hair done. And then I talked to Sharif, and I said, well, maybe. And the nails, I don't know. But then Tahir, and they said, yes, Tahir also got his hair done. That's a wicked trim. And then I said, well, where's Andy? And he said, Andy too. Flabbergasting than anything on the end. So, you know, it's fun, it's great to have them all here. I'm just going to say a few words about each one of them. But I'm also going to tell them, say a few words about my colleagues because they're the faculty of the fellowship. And I just want you to know a bit more about them. The side of them that you don't see, and again, like I said, I promise I won't take too long. You know, Smalley has the end of the Christmas time newsletter. Dr. Heinrich does the end of the year newsletter. I have nothing. This is it. This is the only time to tell you about that. So the highlight of this year was this trip to the Dominican Republic. It's a secret society they don't tell you about. It's called the Andreas Grunzig Society. These people get together and they party like it's 1977, like an interventionist in 1977. And I learned a few things. First of all, I learned that the real rock star at these meetings is not Richard Smalley, believe it or not. It's actually Skip Anderson. Skip is the guy everyone knows, and all the cool kids hang out with Skip Anderson, so I've learned that. On the way back, we got stuck. We had a flight at a layover. I traveled with Richard and Sharon. I felt like their personal photographer because they were dancing and I was taking photographs. I had more photographs of them than I had of myself from this trip. And so we got, you know, the plane broke down and we were waiting there and all of a sudden just me and Sharon and, you know, Richard's gone. It's been 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and Sharon goes, I wonder where Richard is. So I said, let me find out. So I went up in this is Washington, D.C. It wasn't really the terminal. And I see Richard basically looking out at these guys fixed in the airplane. And I walk up and I said, what's going on? And it's just like being in the captain who says, I'm not sure they're doing it right. If he could have gone down there, he would have. So he walked down, he said, you see that guy in the ladder? You know what he's doing there? I said, I don't know what he's doing, Richard, it's too late. You know, my story about Nils is that, you know, I had the privilege of, we have the best conversations, but I had the privilege of watching Nils at one of this, so he's doing a study called the pressure pullback. I mean, you don't need to know the details, but they analyze graphs. And so I got onto this meeting because I had to listen to one of them. It was wonderful to see Nils in his element, but there are other people like him out there. And I tell you, like, what about Tokyo Drift? This is the Houston Drift. It is more exciting to see them predict whether the line is going to hit 0 or not than anything you see on TV. You always excited. These girls are exciting, so I said, wow, that's great. Now I know what makes Nils tick. Costas and Chesa are sort of a shared story. I don't know if you know this, but they're on the mafia that runs Sky. I think easily 50% of the abstracts were done by these two and their cohorts from their friends across the town. And so we had a dinner plan, the 3 of us. And Costas says, I've got some friends in town. So all the people write the abstracts. And can I have them for dinner? I said, sure, bring them along. And so they're well, we need 4 seats. And then Costas called me, I've got a few more people coming, it's 6. I said, why don't we have 10 people come? He says, oh, no, just 6 of them. And when we showed up at the restaurant, Costas goes, can we actually have a table for 10? And so that's how the Greeks party. So all of the Greek attendees, they all showed up. 7 out of the 10, they were called Constantino. And it was St. Constantine's Day that day. And all I'll say is that between the 1 Romanian and the 7 crazy Greeks called Constantino, it was quite a night for me. And finally, 2 more people, Doble. All I'll say is that if you ever thought that Richard was mellowing out and clinic was getting easier, ask the clinic staff. Well, on Fridays, Doble is right up there. He's learning from the best. Never be satisfied, that's his motto. And finally, Brittany, I think, brings this element, this feminine touch we all needed. because ever since she's joined the group, we text in emojis, we share baby pictures, we go on kisses to each other, just because the endocrine looks so good. So I want to thank my colleagues. All right, so who's first? I forgot where we were. Tahir. Okay, so I will tell you, I won't take too long, I'll tell you what I learned from each one of these people because they learned a few good habits and some bad habits from us. Bad habits to stent everything, not call surgeons. Tahir, I know for some time, he trained at Baylor. It was a pleasure to have him here. And he's always been very nice, but he's also very talented. He builds aquariums, he builds telescopes. I don't know, he like identifies stars, and he talk about poetry, talk about things. But Tahir's number one skill is not wiring, it's not stenting, maybe it's not even getting access. His number one skill is he speaks about 15 to 20 different languages. And what I've been doing secretly without telling him is I've been getting patients of different ethnicities to come in. And I tell them to fake that they don't know English, and then we see Tahir run in and say, oh, I can translate this. So there was one time, I think there was one patient came from some tribe where there were only 5 other people speak that language. Tahir was one of those 5 people. So a man of many talents and many languages, Tahir Manullah.
Thank you everybody. I'm going to keep it brief. This is really a bittersweet moment. I was here standing here last year and didn't know how long this year would be, but it honestly flew by. So I can't believe it felt like yesterday I was standing here, and that was a year ago now. I'm here and finishing the long, long journey. And I calculated I've been a total of 10 graduations, this is the 10th one. From elementary school to middle school, high school to college, to medical school to residency to fellowship to this. So there's probably going to be another graduation somewhere down the road. So, thank you.
I want to take this time today to thank God, thank America, thank Houston, thank UT, and thank the faculty, and especially the man sitting right across us, Dr. Smalling. He taught me about 40 years ago. He was my mentor, and today he's been a mentor of my son. I thank you very much, Dr. Rand. I hear all the stories about you guys, especially the complications that you have. He comes and tells me. And I sense these guys have been worse than what I do in the paper. Thank you very much.
The way things are going to also mentor your grandson. Shariz is one of those few fellows who did not work with me in the CCU when he was a general fellow, when he was a resident, and that's because he was a chief fellow, chief resident. But so when he said he wanted to do general cardiology, little did I know that he would end up doing clinic with me, and we had a lot of fun. Sometimes people confused us. I don't know why. I think the mask. You can't see with the mask. Just some tall bearded guy came in. He was Dr. Shariz. But with Shariz, we had the best conversations. He loves to travel, and he loves to show photographs, and you all feel bad sitting in clinic, stuck there while he's traveling, seeing the world, even in the thick of COVID. What I learned from him, most importantly, and I don't know if you guys know this, is what a good car the Tesla is. That's all he talks about. He had a Tesla, his wife had a Tesla, mom had a Tesla, dad had a Tesla. And maybe they're working on their next Tesla. Who knows? But the point is, that's all we talk about. And so all I'll say is that I did not, and those of you know that we have IT problems with this guy called Besnick. I did not lose Besnick because I had Shariz to solve all my IT problems. So thank you very much. Just come on. congratulations. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you. I don't have a lot to say, but my parents really supported me through everything, financially, emotionally. It's a long road. I don't know if you guys know, but it's a long road, I'm sure. And then my beautiful wife, who's also been very supportive, never complains when I leave in the middle of the night. Actually, she never realizes. 'Cause she's like, she wakes up the next morning, she goes, "Did you go in?" I was like, "Yes, 3 times." She sleeps through anything, apparently. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to thank everybody. My co-fellows are incredible, my mentors, Dr. Rain, excellent, amazing program director. Couldn't have asked for a better attendance, so thank you.
And just so that you know, in full disclosure, my wife supported me, which Rizzo was not qualified to. All right, okay, so last but not the least, Astrid. This was a tough one because I actually asked around for people to see if they had funny anecdotes about Astrid. And no one had any funny anecdotes. And it's not that they don't have funny anecdotes, I think they're just too scared. She's Venezuelan, you don't mess with Astrid. There's a rumor that when she was a first-year fellow, because you really don't mess with Astrid, so she was post-call, and this nurse at MD Anderson wrote her up 3 times in one night. And that nurse was never seen again. So when I found out, and I don't know if I remember this or not, you know, when we had CAF conference, the first CAF conference, like the next day I got a call from Monica saying that, you know, there's a fellow saying a little too harsh at CAF conference. I said, who spoke? And it was everything, Astrid was there. And so I don't know if she felt we were harsh or not, but clearly she came around because she wanted to do this. And when we interviewed, she said, I said, what do you want to do? Expecting her to have one of these, you know, like pre-packaged answers. I want to be an academic interventional cardiologist. She says, I want to be like you. I said, no, you don't have to say that. She says, no, I want to do CTOs. And so I think she's proven it with her dedication that if nothing else, that I don't think I'm the best role model by the way, but she is trying to be like me. She can't grow my beard, that's good. And last but not the least, she's testament to the miracles that can happen in Corpus Christi. So a total Bollywood story there. So, all right, thank you very much.
Well, first, I would like to thank my family. Without them, I wouldn't be here. They couldn't be here today. My husband David for supporting me during this crazy year. My 2 co-fellows also for supporting me during all this year. It was amazing and at the same time it was crazy. My dog team for being my emotional support dog. And all my faculty. I learned so much from you, and I'm going to miss you so much. And Dr. Rain, yes. When I started cardiology, I thought I wanted to do imaging. And then my second day in the lab, I don't know anything. My 2:30 left me alone. And he started at CTO at 6 p.m. as usual. I don't know what he did. I don't know. I had 20 wires in that table, bunch of balloons. Whatever he did inspired me. And that day I was like, I want to be like you. I want to do intervention. And that's why I did it. And yes, it's true. I want to be like you. I don't know if I can, grow the beard, but I'll try.
Have the fun. Have the fun.
I can have the fun. I don't know about the beard. But yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you. I just want to say 2 more things that I promised. And this will be without any caffeine or anything. This is the baseline. First of all, I see Nadi and I want to acknowledge him. I feel like he should get an award too. Always come back, so that's great. And I want to also acknowledge Cesar, because I think Cesar behind the scenes does a lot at, and not only with teaching these folks at MD Anderson, but Cesar does Dr. Elias School, I should say, does a lot for all of the residents and fellows. He truly does run an academic mafia in the best sense. He makes a lot of people, builds up their CVs, and also he helps them with the fellowship stuff. He's always there with good comments. I want to thank you both. I see Dr. Rosales and Dr. Nishikawa was here for a bit. They're fantastic, and all the heart failure faculty who also are interventional. So I think oftentimes this gets unsaid, but it is really a much bigger family than the 5 or 6 people that I mentioned, and I want to thank them all for being part of the training program. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have the electrophysiology, Dr. Ann Doherty, present the diplomas.
Thanks. These are really tough acts to follow here. And there may be some of you in this room who think that EP is boring and dull. Believe it or not, we really love what we do. I invite you to come to our EGM conferences, we solve puzzles and we get more talk together. We're doing the lab every day, putting all those squiggles together and making sense of it, and making the world rhythmic. So it's wonderful. At any rate, we are really proud to have 2 graduates represented this year. Unfortunately, only one is with us today. One of them is currently in Egypt with his family at Joseph. And one of the best things is that he is going, once he finishes with the research with his family, he is going to be joining the faculty at Texas Tech and teaching more people to love EP. And our other graduate is Zishan Ahmad, who is here. Going into academics, and will be sharing a little bit with lots of people at Johns Hopkins. He will be at the program in DC. And just in case he gets a good PhD, he can be eurythmic playing his steel drums. Right? Yeah, you see that.
I guess I'm the elder statesman of the fellows since I've been here the longest, PGY-wise. So I just want to say working with all the fellows has been amazing. It's been great. I learned a lot from all you guys, and having you guys around me has been awesome, and just a good time and laughing and shooting the, you know what I mean. And it's just been a great time. And with the attendings, Dr. Doherty, learned so much from you. Dr. H, Dr. Sharma, Dr. Mukherjee, Dr. Mahmood, Dr. Kanan, Dr. Zidane. There's a lot of you guys, and to learn from all of you has been amazing. It's not the program that I was looking for, but it's the program that found me, and I think it really, made me get to where I am, and to be part of faculty at Johns Hopkins is going to be amazing, and I think because of all you, that's the reason why. I'd like to thank my family, and they couldn't be here, but I feel like, you guys are my family too, so thank you so much. My EP mom and dad.
Next is advanced heart failure. Dr. Sriram Nathan, please.
Thank you for saving the best for the last. Dr. Ray, you hogged up the podium, so I don't think I have much time here. Yeah, you don't give me a chance. Yeah, I know, it's conspiracy theory. We're going to invite both our fellows, Dr. Kapakanti and Dr. Al-Hafiz, to please come. last year, we did not have any fellow. This award ceremony wouldn't have been possible but for Jessica, our coordinator. She worked tirelessly to get this happen. So due to COVID-19, we didn't get our fellowship PGY7, but at the same time, you know who are the concerned party? The General Cardiology Fellows. I got more than 30 phone calls saying who's going to be the person coming for our service. So there are well-wishers for the fellowship. So the thing I wanted to say was June, scramble, some of the fellows didn't get what they aspired for, but they didn't give up. That's the key here. Perseverance pays. So when they made this frantic phone call, 2 of them came, said, would you give us a chance? I said, I would definitely give you a chance, but no guarantees for fellowship. I cannot guarantee a fellowship. That's not what this program is all about. You come and do your best, you're going to get rewarded for the work you do. Because you all know when you apply for the fellowship, it's September, October, it's not like I knew them before. But 2 months is more than enough for me to know what kind of caliber they're going to be. 6 months of heart failure ICU is no joke. They did 6 months of ICU. So they did that, but what's the rewards? They're going to be rewarded for what they aspired for. General Cardiology Fellowships. So Dr. Kapaganti would be going to University of Nebraska for General Cardiology Fellowship, and Dr. Al-Hafiz would be going to University of Cincinnati. Both chose those fellowship programs, and they got what they wanted. So God is great. Perseverance pays. That's what I want to say, and I'll let Dr. Cartwright tell a few words about that.
Thank you. I cannot compete with Dr. Aray and Dr. Nathan at all. So I just want to say congratulations to the fellows. It was a really hard year, a really busy year. Thank you for keeping up with us. And just remember for all the fellows, this is just the starting. Never stop learning, never stop teaching. Be the best. And remember that we are always here for you. And the fun is there. And we are ready for you anytime and any hour of the day or the night. Congratulations.
Change your order.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Nathan, Dr. Caro. Dr. Nathan, it's true, it's all reality that me and Bala do not match. So we are very grateful for this opportunity that we got. Just a few words is that I'm very grateful for my parents. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here. Thanks to my dad, for which it's without him that I could, it's only because of him that I can actually dream of, doing all this by myself. My parents are back home, and my sister is here, but she has her own family, her kids. So it's I'm very thankful for my parents, both of them, for being my biggest supporters, and then Dr. Nathan and Dr. Parrow for giving this. I'm not good at public speaking. I definitely have Jessica and Anna for literally doing all the paperwork and getting a J1 visa from the ECFMP that actually denied my visa. So I think I really owe her a lot. And as soon as I joined heart failure, I was in ICU day 1, and then I went there and I was really overwhelmed. I was definitely intimidated because I don't have my cardiology fellowship as a background. So as soon as I went and entered the ICU, and everybody was like, who's rounding this week? And I said, Dr. Nathan. I was like, oh, you'll be fine. I was like, well, I'm still intimidated. I said, no, you'll be fine. But that was true. Dr. Nathan was the first attending I rounded. It was my first week, and I cannot ask for a better start. He gave me this 1 week of crash course, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or beyond, which made me familiar throughout the fellowship. And everybody in the heart failure team, all the attendings were very supportive because they were all, they always were mindful about us not having the background, so they were very careful about teaching us. They were taking more time than usual to teach us, so I think I'm thankful to one and every other attending. Last but not least, my fiance has been sticking up for more than 8 years and postponing the wedding. No, I still didn't get my cardiology fellowship. You want to get married next year? I'm sorry, I did not match. You want to get married next year? Sorry, COVID hit for 2 years. So So even when I want to give up, he kept pushing me, and even when I got visa denied, I said, you know what, we'll make this through. We played it off by the odds, and I think we finally made it. So thanks.
Come on forward, let's take a picture.
Thank you, everybody. I think first I should thank my parents. About 5 a.m. now it's here. I really hope they're up playing the stream. I really couldn't do anything without them. They really, many of us here are immigrants, but travel to the unknown and seek education and knowledge, and they really sacrificed being here. So I really hope I'm making them proud. I want to thank my wife, who I couldn't do anything about it. She is my support system. She is everything. Knowing no matter how late I'm in the ICU, knowing I'm going back to see her and our fantastic baby daughter Maya, knowing that they'll be waiting for me home makes everything worth it. I had the privilege, absolute privilege, to work with almost everybody here in the room, either as a resident at UT or now as a heart failure fellow, and I truly can't say enough how thankful I am to you all. You really shaped me as a person and a physician, and like you said, Dr. Nathan, hard work pays, and I can say keep chasing your dreams, keep looking for amazing mentors. I really hope, like me, you find them, and I'm really, last thing, I hope I make you proud.
We're coming close to the close of our night. So first, we want to present police program leadership. Everybody come up, Dr. Lang, Dr. Sherry Tuckus, Mrs. Claudette McDonald. So we want to say bye to the old chiefs. So our chiefs were Dr. Andrew Badalamenti and Dr. Fisayo Shabayo. They have dedicated a lot of time and effort and energy into our fellowship program. It's really hard to help manage so many cardiology fellows, and they pick up my phone call like right away, and they help me out in so many different ways every single time. And we have monetary rewards for you guys.
It's the best part of my job. We're always making meetings together. Yeah. Okay.
Now to our new victims. The new chiefs. We love our chiefs. They're treated really, really well. It's going to be Dr. Jawad Chauhan and Dr. Andrew Moon. So please come up. We're super excited for you guys to be our new chiefs. We have big footsteps to follow, so let's hear a few words from them.
All right. Well, thank you, Andy, for putting up with me the last few months. Thank you, Fisayo. You guys have been exceptionally helpful, trying to get us transitioned to this wonderful new role we have. I appreciate all of your patience in advance. I swear I'll do my best with respect to scheduling requests. But no, it's really a great privilege, and it means a lot to be nominated today. So thank you all.
Hi everyone, I'll try to be quick since we've been here for a while. Robin told me not to have a speech prepared, then he said don't because I won't talk, so I don't have anything ready to say, but I look forward to working with all of you. I'll save my impression for next year. I know people want me to do impressions, but I look forward to working with Jawad and everyone, so hopefully we can keep everyone satisfied and happy. Thank you.
We're going to have closing remarks, but I want to say thank you, Dr. McPherson, because he always makes this event for us so special and so nice. He really splurges for us, so this event is, thank you, Dr. McPherson. We're really grateful and appreciative of this. And Dr. Cherry Tuck is going to make some closing.
I would like to congratulate you guys. We're really proud of you. I just want to remind you that in the future you will definitely face difficult situations and difficult patients, but you're all trained to face those situations. You're very well trained, but I want to remind you, we're here. Don't afraid to ask, pick up the phone. If you need anything, we're here for you. I wanted to remind you also to follow your instincts, follow your curiosities, embrace opportunities to collaborate and learn, as this is the key to our success as a society, and it helps us grow as individuals. Be bold, continue to take risks, and don't let the fear of failure stop you. Failure is a part of life, but it's another way to learn, and it's another way to get better. Above all, please enjoy being a cardiologist. Take pleasure and satisfaction in what you achieve, because it's the key to a happy life. Whatever your next steps are, I invite you to see this fellowship as a part of a lifetime of learning. I encourage you to use that learning to leave every situation better than it was when you arrived. Good luck and good health to all of you. Thank you.
Now, we're going to get together for one group photo, and then everyone can say their goodbyes. And I'm sure the cardiology fellows that are graduating have a little event planned probably for tonight for them to celebrate. But first we're going to take a picture, and then we'll say their goodbyes.